I got sunshine on a cloudy day. And when it's cold outside, I got the month of May where I guess you would say, what can make me feel this way, my girl? Talking about my baby, my girl. I got so much honey, the bees envy me, and I got a sweeter song than the birds in the tree. Where I get you say, what can make me feel this way, my baby? I'm talking about my girl, my girl. Ooh, ooh. I love my baby, makes me feel proud. I don't need no high little mountain to save this love. I don't need no money. Let me stop. I'm probably already flagged, but demonetized rather. Okay, listen. Today I gotta pump out the few videos that's been bothering me. One of them is Macy Gray. Don't let these people have you backtrack off the truth. Macy Gray right now is uh, uh in the doghouse right now from the LGBT community for, I guess, statements that she said. Listen, as an people know that she's an ally. People know who they are. Okay, and the thing about it is, because you say something about basically white males, because that's who's running this madness. Okay, because you got to remember, they get to do whatever they want to do. They get to be women. They get to do whatever. Okay, so I don't look at white folks as a whole when a lot of this stuff is going on. I look at white men and their inability to not have everything they want. They can't take that. If that's presented to them, then they'll have a cognitive dissonance. They'll go into basically straight tantrums. And what we teach our babies is you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Okay? But for white males, it seems it's very difficult for them to handle that. Anyway, Macy Gray backtracked statement that changing your body parts doesn't make you a woman, that she made in a No Holds Barred Piers Morgan interview, and now says it was grossly misunderstood. Now, um, some of the things they outlined that she said, the singer agrees, saying, "I know, I would say a human being with boobs. How about you start there, and a vagina?" Now, I think it's very, very important, without making people, um, transgender, um, hating, that you really acknowledge what the truth is. Because if you can't acknowledge what the truth is, then that means you pissing on me and trying to convince me that it's raining. And I'm not going to allow you to do that. Nor am I going to co-sign your mental illness. Okay? Because it's okay to feel, in my opinion, that you in the wrong body. And y'all know I've done countless of videos about this, and I don't have no problem with nobody. I'm gonna tell you what I got a problem with. If you're trying to bullshit me, all through time there have been people who have been gay. There have been people who have cross-dressed. There have been people. So this ain't nothing new, okay? But when you get a man, now the technology has allowed you to just change everything, and you are a man competing with 13-year-old girls, or you a man that finished last amongst men, and then you get a sex change, and then you become a girl, and then you get into the women's competition, Joanna man, and beat all the women. Listen, again, this is white male madness, and you got to know where to get the off the bus at. I think I was listening to T.S. Madison, and I think that she describes herself in a way that I can say herself about her, okay? Because she'll tell you in a minute why I sound like this, because my lungs are bigger than yours, okay? There's no way in the world a cisgender women should even compare themselves to women. Listen, you can have all the masculine tendencies you want, okay? A lot of us got them, but they don't make you a man, okay? If you unless you had your womb removed, there's certain things that happen to you at a certain time of the month that remind you who the fuck you are. Okay? Don't play into the man. You might not like it. You might say, damn, I'm going to remove this because of it. It doesn't make you less than who you are. What you are is confused about how you feel, right? Okay, wait a minute. So a lot of times, people, as opposed to accepting the fact that I like women or I like men, they go into this whole thing of anxiety where you have to have your body change to reflect who you feel. Now, in certain cases, there have been hermaphrodites. Like I said before, this is all my opinion. And just from some of the workshops that I've gathered my own opinion. A man that's born a man, I don't care how many surgeries you get. I don't care what, you are not a cisgendered woman. And it's okay. Okay. And if there was a league, I would want you to be in that league, that transgender league. I wouldn't want you to compete with cisgender born women, because you might think you the same, but creation didn't make you the same. And that's the reality of the situation. Now, you can't knock me off that square, because that's what I believe. Although I believe there's men with feminine tendencies, there's women with masculine tendencies. We are both X and Y chromosomes. They switch off from time to time. And another thing I want to say, anybody, male or female, it doesn't matter, if they're taking objects up their rear end, that's not a healthy place. Has nothing to do with you being gay or not. If you have a husband and he likes to have that type of sex with you, that's a problem, because the tissues and stuff back there is way too thin and too easily susceptible to diseases for you to get involved with that. Now, the doctor don't tell you that. Oh, well, some things you got to know yourself. Stick a suppository up there and you'll see. That's not the same. Okay? So I'm saying that whether you a man that has sex that way, or if you a woman and you have sex that way, that right there is just a little dangerous in terms of infections, okay? And what it does to the tissues and stuff around that very sensitive area. Okay? It's got nothing to do with me being homophobic. So when Macy Gray is sitting there trying to make an excuse for certain things. I don't think you should walk back. I haven't heard the interview, but what it says is singer Macy Gray tried to walk back her statement that changing your body parts doesn't make you a woman by tweeting her comments were grossly misunderstood and then deleting it. In a no-holds-barred interview with Piers Morgan Uncensored on Monday night, the 54-year-old singer agreed that she does not believe that transgender women should be allowed to compete with biological women in sports. Because you go and change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry, she told Piers Morgan during the interview. She faced fierce backlash online. It was all men. Trust me. Or women that have been born men. She says, I got nothing but love for the LGBT plus and transgender communities. I've been a supporter since day one and never a fake one. My statement on Piers Morgan was grossly misunderstood. I respect everybody's right to be who they want to be. And so do I. And so do I. But I don't want you competing with my 13-year-old granddaughter and you've been a man. That I don't want. That's ridiculous. Okay, because you're not going to find no woman crossing over to your side of the gender because it don't work. I don't care how much testosterone you give her. Why? What? See, you know, everything has rules, boundaries, and limitations except white men. Same thing I'm saying about Donald Trump. Somebody said to me, well, if they punish him, it's gonna kick off a fury like you don't want to see. I said if they don't prosecute him, it's just gonna be the same thing. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna confront the truth, or are you gonna let him go and do whatever the hell he want to do, lie, try to take over the government, and then don't punish him? No consequences? No rules, boundaries, and limitations to this shit? That makes no sense to me, people. Anyway, earlier in the day, Gray retweeted support from J.K. Rowling, who said, today feels like a good day to ensure that I bought Macy's Gray entire back catalog. Okay? J.K. Rowling, who herself has sparked outrage for anti-transgender statements, backed Gray as the singer was facing accusations of transphobia following her comments. See, now y'all done gone too far. Same thing you tried to do to my man Boosie. Boosie got a lot of issues. I deplore his parenting style. I abhor it. And I have met him personally. Brought him to our town. Okay? It's something I would say to his face. But those are his children. And I mean, it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. If most kids are smarter than we think and left to their own devices, they'll begin to ask you questions, damn it, that you better have the answers for. Otherwise, it ain't going to be me making you look foolish. It's going to be your own child making you look foolish. Or presenting questions to you that will challenge your thought process. That's why that's why they come through us. To challenge us as well. So anyway, let me move on from that. Rowling lent her support to the singer, tweeting a screen grab of the Gray's tweet saying the truth hurts. In the interview, Gray told Morgan, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman. Just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery Morgan said most public figures were too terrified to say what a woman is. The singer agrees, saying, I know. I would say a human being with boobs. How about you start there? And a vagina. And an emotional roller coaster sometimes that you can't, you got to jump off of. Um, a woman is very complicated, because she's firing on all missiles, and you got the nerve to ask me to sit up there and tell me what a man has to deal with, he doesn't have those hormonal changes every month. He doesn't have to carry a baby 9 months and then let death go around your bed 1,000 times before you deliver the baby. Get the listen. Anyway, the duo discussed the issue of transgender women in sports. As the host said, I support all transgender rights to fairness and equality. Morgan then went on to add how he doesn't support transgender people with superior bodies that thrash on women in their sports. And Gray added, I totally agree. If you want to if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her. And that's kind of like in line with with the way I feel. I mean, it's just like if somebody in order to keep the peace, I mean, to be okay, and that's who you feel, and you comfortable with that, I don't have a problem calling you that. But now when you decide that you, again, want to compete against 12-year-old girls, for real girls, that don't have the body structure, the muscle mass, the big lungs and all that, then that's where I get off the bus at. That's my stop. Okay? Anyway, she went on to say a woman goes through a completely unique experience and surgery, and finding yourself doesn't change that. Being a little girl is a whole epic book. You can't have that just because you want to be a woman. When Pierce pointed out that Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling has been criticized for her views on trans women, Gray said, but it's the truth. Added, I don't think you should be called transphobic just because you don't agree. There's a lot of judgment and throwing stones at people for saying what it is. You know what I mean? However, social media users were quick to brand the singers trans, illusionatory, radical feminist, TERF. One Twitter user said, did not have Macy Gray is a TERF on my bingo card. That fucking sucks. And like I said, you guys, to each his own, even your ability to think and say what you want to say. But for any woman, cisgender woman, I don't think that we need to argue with this conversation. And those are, in my opinion, white males, again, wanting to run the world, wanting to control your body, wanting to control their bodies, wanting to do whatever the hell they want to do, and make all the rules up. And that's why their whole format got to be rejected. Unless they're talking from a space that's not psychotic, in my opinion, you have to reject them. I'm gonna leave it alone because y'all ain't liking what I gotta say today. I know. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, I want to know what you feel about it. Okay, let me know your opinion. If you like what you hear, we're gonna just subscribe and share the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.